for tuning in to our investors presentation. Today, we're going to be talking about our fundraising campaign that is launched on the Wefunder March 15, 2021. If you go to the wefunder.com homepage and type in MKG Enterprises Corp, you'll be able to find our company raising capital here. And so, invest in MKG Enterprises Corp. We pride ourselves in offering financial services to underbanked consumers. Early bird terms, $249,800 is left. We've already achieved an investment of $200. The minimum investment is $100. You can go on to Wefunder and subscribe to invest. It's very simple. Link your bank account and you'll be able to invest into MKG Enterprises Corp. But without further ado, we'll get on with our investor presentation today. You can also subscribe for updates. The highlights, we are a diversified financial service company, patentable product, ready for market. Our ambition is to be listed on the OTCQX or NASDAQ. We provide auto loans to consumers with limited access to credit from banks, thrifts, credit cards, and lenders. We are an innovative company, research and development tax credits, a niche market that is a $1 billion financial service industry. Our team is myself. I'm the creator and innovator of mobile tax refund loan app. Aaron Frey, our business manager, is a subject matter expert in tax law, licensed tax repair, and property and casualty insurance agent, providing personal and small business advisory services. Our principle and values: MKG Enterprises Corp. Financial Services is a diversified consumer finance company and licensed auto dealer that provides online tax consultancy, auto, home, life, health, and small business group, medical, dental, vision plans, 1 to 100 in employees. Good news for Americans struggling with access to affordable credit and income tax returns, given the recent changes in the tax laws with the enactment of the PATH Act and the global coronavirus pandemic. A visionary African-American entrepreneur, myself, Marshawn Govan, has developed an innovative finance tax advance mobile payments, FinTap, loan app tailored to low-income and low-wealth communities to revolutionize the tax industry in response to the novel coronavirus pandemic, which will redefine the tax industry for better and make economic impact stimulus payments and tax returns simpler for American taxpayers. We are excited to now be raising capital on Wefunder to allow retail investors to invest as little as $100 in our company to build the next financial institution, which will soon redefine the tax industry for better. Our go-to market. Our go-to market combines tax refund financial products and subprime auto loans, primarily to consumers with limited access to consumer credit from banks, thrifts, credit cards, and lenders. Also, you can view our license. We are licensed by the Department of Business Oversight, which is now renamed the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. We've had our license since 2015. Our finance license number is 60DBO45224. If anyone is familiar with that, MKG Tax Refund is considered one of the most innovative mobile app platforms in the tax industry, combining mobile payments, tax preparations, and tax refunds all together. As a leading tax preparation technology company, we are always thinking forward to grow our share in tax refund bank products. We believe this will enable us to leverage our financial products to become the fastest growing tax refund software provider in the U.S. markets. We now have an app that is available on internal testing in the Google Play Store. This is what a highlight or an overview of our mobile app looks like. This is version 1. It was last updated February 26, 2021. MKG Tax Consultants once again provides tax refund financial products through a mobile finance app. About the app, you can also get an advance. Why invest in our company? MKG Enterprises Corp is a diversified financial service company that provides consumer and commercial loans primarily to customers with limited access to consumer credit from banks, thrifts, credit cards, and lenders through our mobile platform. MKG Enterprises Corp Auto Finance. MKG Enterprises Corp Auto Finance. Sorry about that. We have a few interruptions here. We'll be able to finance monthly automobile payments and increase flexible car buying and auto loan options for used auto loans primarily to customers. MKG Enterprises Auto Finance Division will be able to finance monthly automobile payments and increase flexible car buying and auto loan options for used automobiles and refinance existing auto loans to consumers with limited access to credit using the mobile loan app. There is a growing segment of investors that are demanding that their capital be invested for both financial and social returns. Economic inequality is rising exponentially. Future success of the U.S. economy will hinge on our ability to invest in housing, healthcare, education, small business, and other vital services to ensure that the people and places that are being left out are able to share in the newly created value. The history. The tax industry is a seasonal business as more consumers rely on using their mobile phone devices nowadays. Americans check their phones 8 billion times a day. Mobile payment apps have been around for years, but companies like Apple, Google, and Samsung have all launched new tap and pay services in 2014-2015 timeframe. We're seeing a perfect storm of technology in the mobile device tax industry, technology in the open market, and do-it-yourself tax preparation, web-based, and IRS free file applications being put into the retail tax industry environment. The vast majority of Americans, 95%, now own a cell phone of some kind. The share of Americans that own smartphones is 77%, up from 35%. MKG Tax Refund is an alternative banking, mobile finance, and tax preparation, non-recourse lending app accessible to 95% of Americans who electronically file their tax returns. Another demonstration of our mobile app. This is what our app looks like once it's released in the Android App Store. About our app. Our innovative approach has enabled us to leverage our financial products consistently, which we believe will consequently elevate us into the fastest growing tax refund fintech in the U.S. market. Case studies. Tax time financial products that African American households are 36% more likely to use the product than white households. More than 20 million American taxpayers spent at least an estimated $500 million in 2017 on financial products that are based on their anticipated tax refund. According to the National Consumer Law Center, tax time financial products typically offered by banks are made available by providers of tax preparation services, including refund advances and refund anticipation loans, credit products and refund transfers, deposit products. In fiscal year 2017, the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, processed more than 150 million individual federal income tax returns and issued almost 120 million refunds, totaling almost $383 billion, according to the IRS. Trends in the market for tax time financial products since 2012 include the decline of refund anticipation loans, short-term loans subject to finance charges and fees, the rise in the use of refund transfers, temporary bank accounts in which receive funds, and the introduction of refund advances, loans with no fees or finance charges. The problem or unsolved need. More recent product development includes increased online access to products for self-filers, higher refund advance amounts, the introduction of products for tax year 2019, the reintroduction of fee-based loans. Specifically, taxpayers who made less than $40,000 were significantly more likely to use the product than those who made more. African American households were 36%, almost one-third, more likely to use the product than white households. Product users tend to have immediate cash needs, according to case studies by the Government Accountability Office. For these users, tax time financial products generally provide easier access to cash and more cash at a lower cost than alternatives such as paydays, pawn shops, and car title loans. The solution: restoring the American credit system. Credit is the cornerstone of the U.S. economy, and access to affordable credit is central to unlocking upward mobility and opportunity. The FICO score was invented in 1956 and remains the standard for determining who is approved for credit and at what interest rate. While FICO is rarely the only input in a lending decision, most banks use simple rule-based systems that consider only a limited number of variables. Unfortunately, because of legacy credit systems fail to properly identify and quantify risk, millions of creditworthy individuals are left out of the system and millions more pay too much to borrow money. Overall, Americans owe nearly $1.4 trillion in auto loan debt. Auto debt makes up 5% of American consumer debt. On average, Americans take out about $56 billion across 2.3 million new auto loans each month. Americans borrow an average of $34,635 for new vehicles and $21,438 for used vehicles. Astonishing. The American debt auto loan balance hit $1.36 trillion in 2020. Despite the pandemic, consumers kept buying and borrowing. Americans now shoulder $1.336 trillion in auto loan debt, enough to buy 59 million Toyota Camrys at $23,000 a pop. This, according to the latest quarterly report on household debt and credit from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. The current level of auto loan debt is nearly double what it was just 10 years ago, and the figure has risen almost every quarter since 2010. In the third quarter of 2020, the credit bureau, TransUnion, estimated that an average auto borrower had an outstanding balance of $19,646. The key takeaway, auto loan debt held by Americans rose to a record of $1.36 trillion in 2020. Auto loans now make up nearly 10% of all household debt, the third largest debt category behind mortgages and student loans. Let's recap that again. Auto loans now make up nearly 10% of all household debt, the third largest debt category behind mortgages and student loans. While total auto loan debt continues to rise, the percentage of delinquent borrowers remains at a relatively low rate. Here we have a graph of motor vehicle loans owned and securitized outstanding. You can click on this link to the FRED. So a record 7 million Americans are 90 days or more behind on their auto loan payment. A car loan is typically the first payment most people make because a vehicle is critical to get it to work, and someone can live in a car if all else fails. When car loan delinquencies rise, it is usually a sign of significant duress among low-income and working-class Americans. Well, most of you might be thinking, what all this has to do with MKG Enterprises Corp or MKG Tax Refund? Well, the key facts about auto loans. The average monthly car payment in the U.S. is $563 for new vehicles, $397 for used vehicles, and $450 for leased vehicles. Overall, Americans owe nearly $1.4 trillion in auto loan debt. Auto debt makes up 5% of American consumer debt. On average, Americans take out about $56 billion across 2.3 million new auto loans each month. Americans borrow an average of $34,635 for new vehicles and $21,438 for used vehicles. The average loan term is 70 months for new cars and 65 months for used cars and 37 months for leased vehicles. 8% of outstanding auto debt is at least 90 days late, and another 5.8 is 30 days overdue. The average auto loan APR was 9.46% in 2020, but that ranged from an average of 5.49% for borrowers with the strongest credit to 22.66% for borrowers who are credit invisible, which means their credit score is very low. People with 720 plus credit scores originate as much auto loan debt as the rest of the credit tiers combined, $28 billion a month. Americans younger than 50 take out $35.6 billion in auto debt monthly, compared with the $22.6 billion auto debt of older generations. Gen Xers, or Generation X, are the most likely to have a car loan, and they carry the highest auto loan balance with a median of $19,223. The average price of a new light-duty vehicle is $39,259, a 1.3% increase over the same period a year prior. Correction. Average used vehicle prices are over a third less expensive, $22,351 at the end of January 2021. Here's a graph of auto loan originations by credit score. Auto loan profiles look good. Despite the record amount of auto loan debt, Americans as a group have managed to keep up with their car payments. Less than 6% of borrowers were 30 or more days delinquent as of Q3 20. 0 to just 2% were 90 or more days delinquent. The source was cited from the New York Fed. Well, to answer the question is, what does it have to do with MKG Enterprises Corp? Well, MKG Enterprises Corp is in the auto industry. We are in the automotive sector. Here's a preview of our DMV vehicle dealer license as a wholesaler. Our license number is 02511. So everything that we've just went over is relevant to the industry, because why? We are a part of this automotive industry, and we want a piece of the pie and share a piece of this automotive industry, this billion-dollar industry, with our investors. How our products are different from the rest. The vast majority of our competitors aren't licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation as a finance lender that can provide other financial services to consumers as an alternative financial solution or build relationships with other independent tax companies, tax software providers, and banking partners. They only provide tax preparation alone. Consumers have no other options, and their customer satisfaction rate is less than 10% for 1 in 10 approve applying for a third-party tax advance from banks that only look at their FICO score and not their actual tax refund, income, and ability to repay. Overcoming barriers in adoption and solutions. MKG Tax Refund Solutions has the potential to reduce credit card and auto loan debt trap by 80%, since the amount of the advance is deducted from the tax refund and reduces the amount that is paid directly to the taxpayer, thereby freeing up a consumer's cash flow, allowing them to be debt-free from being in the payday debt trap. Consumers can defer payments depending on their financial situation until their refund is funded, or an annual payment on an auto loan debt using their tax refund through MKG Tax Refund mobile app. What makes our team special? Through our tax preparation services and online marketplace, we are able to reach more potential customers and lenders. The credit application for the borrower is simple and straightforward. We gather the information about the applicant, credit, financial needs, and income tax refund status. We are able to make decisions based on data analysis with regards to the value of their tax refund and any potential risk with the applicant. Our mission is to support low-income communities, and ESG, environmental, social, corporate governance, is to expand economic opportunity for underserved people and communities by supporting the growth and capacity, providing access to capital to disadvantaged consumers, upward mobility, and community development ventures, increase jobs, and build sustainable communities by offering flexible financial products and advisory services. Our vision is to be the Central Valley choice for innovative capital and collaborative leadership, promoting vibrant local communities and enhancing the quality of life, dedicated to delivering responsible, affordable lending to help low income, low wealth, and other disadvantaged people and communities join the economic mainstream. The City of Fresno. Our principles. MKG Tax Consultants provides income tax preparation, bank product services to the underbanked by providing no upfront tax preparation fees. MKG Tax Consultants also provides world-class financial products and services to middle-class Americans, making tax preparation easy and affordable for everyone, regardless of their financial situation. So if you're ready to become an investor and invest into MKG Enterprises Corp, I implore you to go onto Wefunder and open up an account and start investing. What we're doing is we're doing some industry changing, and which will be able to be a world changing, building the next financial organization that will be able to change the outcome and future endeavors of people that are limited to access to consumer credit. Thank you for taking the time to listen and join us on our investor presentation and how you can invest in MKG Enterprises Corp on Wefunder.